Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the clouds of war are gathering over our planet, and when we were kids, just kids, we're talking about the end of the world. And we're talking as kids, when do you think that's going to be happening? Well, when the Russians or Soviets will fight the Americans, or, when Israel, we heard that when Israel is going to be surrounded, then it's going to be the end of the world. And when is I think we're right there. We got either some idiots who are trying to fulfill a prophecy, and they're pushing towards it, or it just happens because God works in mysterious ways, supposedly, or just because we are idiots and we have too much interest at stake. We have here the West, they call it, but it's not the West. It's the United States that's dragged into everything by the same interest or groups. And they are just a bully boy. And then the Great Britain jumps in like someone who's like a follower, the lieutenant. And then a few European countries are made to jump into the fray. And then you have about 20 countries that will unleash something that you have the rest of the world. I'm talking about the other powers of the world, China, Russia, India, other ones that can really cause harm. Pakistan has nuclear weapons, remember that one. Pakistan is a Muslim country. So we have these guys that are going to probably defend them, or Iran, they could defend themselves really, really bad. And we're going to have the end of the world, possibly, if these guys continue with this fanaticism of certain kind of people. So we have Putin here. Putin, that bad dude who attacks and destroys Ukraine, he dares to come in front of us and tell us that actually I support the creation of independent Palestine with a capital in East Jerusalem. Oy vey, let me break my little gown here. Here it is from Ukrainska Pravda. So Putin supports creation of independent Palestine with capital in East Jerusalem. Well, what do you think about it? That's a non-starter for the Israelis, obviously, or for the Jews, however we want to call Israeli Jews, because I don't think the Jews around the world would agree with that, but I can't generalize. But I think as a general rule, I don't think they are. But maybe they should, to keep, the promise of 1948, wasn't that Palestinian state should be formed as the Jewish state, or the whatever, yeah. Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation, has stated that the need for Palestinian-Israeli negotiations, not going to happen. The result of which, in his opinion, should be the creation of an independent Palestine with its capital in East Jerusalem. That's a suggestion, and I'm quoting from Putin. The negotiations goal should be the implementation of the United Nations two-state formula. So it's already there, but some people don't want to implement it with the help of the bully boy as well, which provides, or Al Capone, which provides for the creation of an independent Palestinian state with its capital in East Jerusalem, coexisting in peace and security with Israel. We're all for that, but, well, you have crazy stuff in your head and heart, you can't change that. Putin says Russia assumes that, I'm quoting, there is no alternative to resolving the Palestinian-Israeli conflict through negotiations. There is one, I can give you one, but it's going to be bad. That is Palestinians. And I'm not supporting that, idiots. I'm talking about the idiots that understand things the way they want to understand them. But he says that, well, I think some people have in mind this. Let's take the Palestinians out, push them to Egypt, make sure that the border with Egypt is secure, and peace, peace, peace. Or just turn, as he said, Gaza into a tent city, or maybe just turn it into rubble, which I think is going to happen in the next days. So there's alternatives. Idiot, crazy alternatives, but I think some people have that in their heart and in their mind, and some people will do that or will move towards that. Look at their statements. I'm not just woke up with a hard on and I'm just saying that. At the same time, Putin acknowledged that Israel has the right to protect itself as anybody else, right? Like Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. No. Well, you lost me immediately if you say only that life matter. All those lives matter more than the rest of everybody else, you lost me. If you say all lives matter, I agree. And within all this, Black Lives Matter, correct. Yellow, white, blue lives matter, yes, I'm all for that. All right. Otherwise, some people will be considered superior than the other ones, and we can't have that one. Remember. So yes, we can take care to solve this issue by peaceful means. That's how we tried with the so-called collective West, which is the Anglo-Saxon axis, which is the United States and Great Britain, before February 24, 2022. He tried that, they tried that, they don't want to talk. I say, go and I dare you to invade over there. You just fulfill our desire to fuck you up. Let's go. Let's speed up the process. Okay, well, so be it. On October 11, Putin said he believes that the Israel settlement policy has become one of the reasons for the war in the region, and that the so-called Palestinian problem is perceived as a great injustice by everyone who professes Islam. Well, I don't know if it's everyone, but could be by most of them, I'm guessing. So anyway, my friends, the evil guy wants negotiations. I haven't heard Biden and Sunak or other idiots from the West professing that. Oh, they all said, oh, Israel has the right, wait until they're gonna bloody everybody over there, and then maybe when they decide, they can negotiate, which is impose to a unconditional surrender. That's the goal. I guarantee you that's what's gonna happen. There's not gonna be any negotiation until Israel will pay back. That's how they will call it, or defend themselves. All right, my friends, Putin wants a Palestinian state. Putin wants Jerusalem as the capital of Palestine. Or, yeah. Do you think that's wrong? I think that's right. My personal opinion. I don't know if it's Jerusalem, but if that was already voted and agreed by United Nations, who United Nations formed the state of Israel. So if Israelis or Jews liked that decision of the United Nations, they should agree with this one, but they haven't since 1948. Well, because the time was not right, those guys invaded, attacked us, and so on. They couldn't find a common denominator in what, in freaking 80 years? Please. But maybe they didn't. It needs to be done like that, and then build like a 3,000 feet tall wall between all these guys, and you stay there, I stay here, fuck off. And the rest of us should say, I don't care. I don't care. Stay the fuck there. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But hey, you can't. You can't. There are interests. There are groups. There are people. And they turn your head there and so on. You know how it goes. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong. Stay smart. Look for the truth and be just.